All right, good morning to you and to yours. Let's see here. We have ready about 9 o'clock. See if we can get some news.
A special blend of herbals.
Nope, we missed the news.
Calm and balanced throughout the day.
Oh, swell.
Because when there's less stress.
Yeah, we missed the news this morning, but hey, here's what it is, right? So, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful start of a new day. And let's see what's going on in our lives. I got a cool video that I watched this morning about Robert Kiyosaki. One of my business partners sent it to me. I was like, "Hey man, did you watch this 3-minute video about Robert Kiyosaki?" I'm like, "Nah, tell me about it." So he told me a little bit about it. And when we got the phone, I watched it. Good morning, Tara. How are you this morning? Thank you for being here. Great to see you. So when I got a phone with him, I went ahead and watched the video, and it was very eye-opening, extremely eye-opening. And this morning we're gonna talk a lot about finances, because that's what, that's where people's heart is. You start affecting people's money, yeah, they start listening a little more intently. So, let a few more folks. Hey, Chocolate Beauty, I've been missing you. Where have you been? How are you doing? I've definitely been missing you. Welcome back home. How about that? Welcome home. Welcome back. As I drive around, I go the same route every day pretty much. It amazes me of how you see things and then you don't see things. Things are a lot of times in the background and you see them, but they're just, and then one day all of a sudden it's like, wow, I never noticed that. How long has that been there? Like 30 years, All right, so anyway, let's get on topic. What if 140,000 deaths in the United States, over 5 million infected worldwide? What if this is just the beginning? Doing good, a lot of family business. Okay, I couldn't tell what that was. Not a family business. I understand. I totally do. So, what if this is just the beginning? And I was thinking about this morning, because we gotta. I don't even know if this is the second wave. I think this is like the third or fourth wave here in the country. It just keeps moving. Geography or geographics. I guess that's the way I should say it. Different places. How about that? Because I know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's improper, blah blah blah, whatever." And what if this is just the beginning of what we've been prepping for a long time? Good morning, TLC. How you doing, baby? I'm glad you made it back home. And thanks for texting me and letting me know. I really appreciate that. So what if this is truly the beginning? And what if we look at this, time frame? What if we look at 2020, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, if we make it that long? What if we look at that and we realize that 2020 was the year that started it all? What if? What would life look like in the future if this is it? How many more deaths will occur? How many more people will get sick? Because just because, and I've said this since the beginning, just because you get sick, does that mean that is the end all be all? We watched this movie this weekend. I think it was called Alone, or it was something like that. It was on Netflix. It's about this comet goes past the Earth and it leaves all this ash behind as it streaks past, and it starts affecting all the women, where the women get sick. I mean, every woman on the planet starts getting sick, and then they die, and the men are just here. And I was like, that's a crazy far-fetched way of seeing things. But think back, a few months ago when we first went on lockdown, people didn't want to be around other folks at all. They didn't want to be around anybody that was not in their household. And even people that went out, like me, every day. You know, when I came home, I took precautions to make sure that I at least tried to protect Jennifer the best I can. Now it's like, you know, business as usual, normal life, you know, as far as we know it. Constantly wearing your mask, constantly washing your hands, so on and so forth. So, you know, what if this is excuse me, what if this is the beginning of the ending? What if this is the beginning of SHTF? What are we gonna do? You know, other than keep prepping. Of course, we got to keep prepping. But what kind of life? You know, because I've been thinking about this. You know, we've been prepping for years now. What kind of life would it be if you did, you know, survive? Would you constantly have to be watching your back? Would you ever get a good night's sleep? Would you always constantly be leery and wary of new people that you see, and even old people that you know, friends? You know, we also watched this other movie, and you know, I never remember the names of these movies, and I'll tell you what it's about. It's on Netflix too, and it's about this town. They're in the middle of nowhere, and they have. Oh, that's what it was. It was the new Red Riding Hood. That's what it was. And it showed me, which I already know, when the chips fall, and when people's backs are against the wall, they're gonna turn on you. You know, even your best friends will turn on you. I think it's everyone needs to have the true facts. I think it is. Okay, cool. You know, we playing the what if game this morning. Because what I personally believe and what's the truth is probably two different things. Because who knows? Who knows what the truth is? Who absolutely knows? I don't. I don't know what's going on with the virus. I don't know who's infected, who's not infected. I know the more we test, the more people, the more you're gonna find that people are infected. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It really, truly is what it is. And it's kind of crazy once you think about it. You know, what if we're all infected in some point or some sense, and some get it worse than others? What if it is a nano bug or somebody came in yesterday said it was a I can't even remember what they said, some kind of nano war or something. The writing was on the wall. Okay. But I mean, what if this is it? And what if, you know, some crazy person can push a button somewhere and activate it? And, you know, what if it's in the water supply? What if it's in the air supply? What if everybody has it and they're like, okay, everybody with the, you know, last four of your social ... boom, they click a button and then it activates in your body. I don't know. I know that sounds like sci-fi, but a lot of things that we used to look at sci-fi, you know, we're like, that's kind of like real now. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch Star Trek, and they'd be like, beep, 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 beam me up, Scotty, you know, stuff like that. I mean, look at cell phones. Back then, they didn't have cell phones. Now, look at what we can do with phones. You know, I can drive around and talk to y'all and have people on here and all kind of craziness and have communication. And that's all the little, I don't even know what it's called in Star Trek. You know, hey, and, you know, Captain's log, says, you know, whatever. You know, so a lot of things that we think are far-fetched. A lot of things that we think, you know, it's just amazing to me how people drive. Then they wonder why they get pulled over. Then you want to have an attitude with the cop. We are living in sci-fi. True, we are. I totally agree with that. We're definitely living in sci-fi. So, just I'm just playing the what if game with myself this morning. Y'all can participate if you want to. It don't matter if you don't. But yeah, just what if? It's crazy times we live in. I read an article this morning also that extra $600 a week that everybody's been getting who's on unemployment, that's about to cease. And if you've been one who's been reaping those benefits of the extra unemployment, I hope you use the money wisely. I really truly do. Like I was telling my kids, I was like, hey, look, this is not gonna last forever. And I know one of them is getting unemployed. I know two of them are getting unemployment. I don't know about the third one right now. But I know that, they were receiving more in unemployment than they were, working a regular job. This dude just dodged a bullet. His car flew past me. Cops sitting right here, which they always are on this street. And he did not get pulled over. I think the cop was looking down at something else, probably playing on his phone or something. And he just dodged a serious bullet. Because if nothing else, you're going to get pulled over and your stuff run. So, fella, catch your blessings. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to come in with that. Let you guys, put something in your mind, in your psyche. Just think about it. Because who knows? Who knows where we're going? This thing does not seem like it's letting up, especially here in the States. Now, I don't know about anywhere else in the world. I haven't been looking at numbers. When it first started, I was just obsessed with numbers, and then I got to the point I was like, I'm tired. I'm weary. My family is thinking hard about moving to Ghana. It's not a bad, I guess that's not a bad place to go. I really personally don't know where Ghana is. I know it's either one or two places. It's either going to be South America or Africa. And any one of those would be wonderful. See, I'm so Americanized, and I've been to 30 plus countries. I don't know if I can live anywhere else. Now we've thought about moving to like Costa Rica and Mexico. We've thought about that. I don't speak any other language other than bad English. So that would be definitely a cultural shock for me. Philippines would be nice. I know land over there is really cheap, but it's not really something I want to do. My life is here. My family is here. My children are here. And I know those little jokers. They're not gonna want to. They don't even want to pick up and move to another state with us. And that's something else we've been talking about doing, is leaving Virginia. Every time I talk to y'all, I start yawning. Something else we've been talking about is leaving Virginia. Moving to North Carolina, Georgia. Florida has never been a topic of conversation. But Deep South has always been a topic. Let me see here, we're talking about North Carolina, Georgia. We mentioned Mississippi, Alabama, but nah, that's not us. It's not Africa. Okay, thank you. Oh goodness. Let me see here. Where else have we thought? Texas, of course, where I'm from. My wife's like, nope, can't move to Texas. It is too darn hot. I'm like, I agree with you. It is very hot in Texas, especially like right now. Let's see, where else have we thought about moving? She wants to move to Oregon. That's what, if Jennifer had her choice, we would move to Oregon. And I'm like, do you know how harsh the winters are in Oregon? They gotta be harsh, because Oregon is like close to Washington, which is close to Canada. Oh goodness. And, we're city folk. We're not used to cutting wood and making sure we have heat for the winter, because we had to chop down 18 trees and stack all the wood up. That's not us. As much as we would like to, as much as I would like to live off the grid and have 100 acres and whatever, that's like a dream. that's the eventually what we want to do. But in order to make that happen, good gracious, you know, look at all the steps we're going to go through in order to make that happen. And I know I'm about to lose some of y'all because we're about to go through this little dead zone right here. It's going to start buffering. And I know it will if it hadn't already started buffering. Then we get caught by the light, so it's going to take even longer to get through this little buffer. And we're going to get, matter of fact, we're going to get a, we're going to go get a oil change. I'm overdue for an oil change. I should have gotten it probably like 700 miles ago. And even though it still slipped past me. So we're gonna go do this. I don't know what else I got on my schedule. I gotta check my my emails and see what boss lady has sent me as far as work orders. But the first order of business this morning, oil change. And what made me think about it this morning, I went to start the car or the truck. And it was like, and it kind of went dead. So I was like, oh, yep, oil change. And I'm not saying that's the reason why I did that, but you know, anyway. Okay, if you guys had the poll question, if you had a place or a chance to live anywhere, stop charging. Oh my God, this thing is so freaking silly. I'm so sick of this phone, but I just refuse to I got to upgrade it at the house. I just refuse to switch it over because I love this phone. And as soon as I fill this joker up, I'm gonna reset everything, and it's going to work like a champ. Then we can do longer lives. But right now, it's not charging, which means the screen is going black, which means now I need to put some air on it, some AC. But okay, poll question: if you could live one place in the world, okay, and this needs to be a place that you've either researched in-depthly or you visited a few times to know that that's a place that you would like to live, where would it be? And I know Chocolate Beauty's gonna say, what is it, Ghana? I'm probably mispronouncing it. So where would you guys, if you could live anywhere you wanted to live, where would you guys live? And honestly, I've never even put any thought into this. I've just always wanted, acreage. But the more I research and the more I see what it costs for acres and the maintenance on acreage, the lower my threshold gets. Where would you live? Virginia or off the road? Oh, Grenada. Oh, I totally misread that the first time. Yeah, Grenada is South America. I thought that was Ghana. Ghanna. Grenada. I was totally off. I am so sorry. Virginia or Jamaica. Is that what you said? You live in Jamaica? Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Jamaica. That's one of the Caribbean islands I haven't been to. Been to Bahamas, been to Barbados, Puerto Rico. I've been to those places, but I've never been to Jamaica. Jamaica, man. A lot of folks call me like, man, you got 4 jobs, you're Jamaican. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to Jamaica it. That's all. Just trying to Jamaica it. Florida, okay. Why Florida? Okay, that's what I should have said. Where would you like to live and why? I should have asked that question. And we're not too far from my spot. I go get my oil change. So we probably got like another 5 to 7 minutes. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. But I want you to look at this pandemic, and then I want you to think about the financial repercussions that are about to happen. If the government does not extend the unemployment, and if 36 to 40 million Americans remain out of work and they're not getting any money coming in, what does that look like for our country? I mean, literally, what does that look like? And I don't know. I don't know what 40 million Americans are gonna do without a paycheck. You know, and the paycheck or the whatever forgiveness runs out. I don't know. I'm thankful I have my job, I have my employment. I'm thankful for that. It's calling me. What are you doing, sir? Oh, I'm gonna call her back. I called her over an hour ago. So yeah, I mean, it just makes you wonder. You know, because I don't know what it looks like. You know, does the economy collapse? Do they still keep propping it up? Love the beach. I've been there a few times visiting family. Okay. I love the beach, and it's hard for me to read because the screen is like going black. Something I can't see. Then like retirement, and then laugh out loud. That's all I can see right now. I'm sorry. You know, I can't wait till this is all over. So me and Jennifer can go do some more traveling. I had such a good time with her, you know, traveling. You know, it was annoying at times because, you know, traveling is not my thing. But after that last trip, I was like, you know, this is not that bad. Especially when you with someone you love. Now, if I had to travel by myself, that'd just be the blues. I would really want to buy me 2 seats on the airplane, so that nobody sits next to me. That's what I would want to happen. And then they'll probably bump your seat, you know. Like, no, I paid for this seat. No. I probably be one of them people getting arrested. And I heard, what was that, last week? Was it American? Anyway, they're going to go to full capacity flights. Did y'all hear that? I'm like, what could go wrong there? You couldn't pay me to get on an airplane right now. I mean, even if you said, hey, we're gonna quadruple your annual salary, I just couldn't. It's too much. It'd be too much anxiety for me. It really truly would be. I can see leaving and going somewhere by car right now. A few months ago, I couldn't see it. But now, yeah, I can see driving somewhere by via car. But trying to fly somewhere right now, oh no, that hurts my feelings even think about it. So 140,000 dead here in the United States. You know, or what is it? Over 3 million infected here in the United States, over 5 million in the world. I don't really know what the numbers are, but you know, what if this is it? What if this is the beginning of the ending? You know, and it's the end of the world as we know it. What if? It's gonna suck. It sucks now, but it's only gonna get worse if this is the beginning of the end. It's just gonna get worse. So, anyway, y'all, I just want to give you something to think about today. Thank y'all for being here. I'm almost at the place, so we're gonna go ahead and end now. I may come back in a little later, depending on how the day goes, just to say hello to y'all and see how you guys are doing. Until then, y'all be blessed. Send y'all some love, and y'all be good, okay? All right, take care.